And we gotcha. Guys, welcome to the Cash Geeks Network show. Guys, I'm Dom.
And I'm G.
Guys, and we are the Cash Geeks
Geeks
Network,
Network,
and we appreciate you guys for joining us. And tonight's going to be an exponential, extra special show because we're really going to go in on key performance indicators.
Damn.
Now, what we want to do, because there's so many ways to look at these key performance indicators, that we're going to keep it very general, right? We're going to touch on a lot of different aspects of what everyone should be looking at, but you can really get intricate. You can really get dialed in and specific, super specific as far as campaigns and employee performance goes and things of that sort, that we can't get it all done inside of an hour if we get too specific. So we're going to keep it pretty general, and we're going to kind of glaze over a lot of the things that we all should be looking at. Are you cool with that, G?
Let's do it.
Who likes glazed wings? Gary, you like glazed wings?
I have no idea what you're talking about. What's a glazed
I like
wing?
blazed wings.
What's a no schneer?
All right.
What is that
So
word?
real quick, you guys know we go live every single Tuesday night. So last Tuesday, we actually had my man John Brooks on. That was
awesome,
Tuesday, right?
dude.
Yeah. And we were talking about how hot the market is. And so if you guys didn't catch that, make sure that you watch the previous show. Again, we had John Brooks,
Where
one
can
of
they
the
catch that show?
co-founders. They can go to our YouTube channel. It's called The People's Wholesalers. You can subscribe there so that you can see all of our previous shows
Dude, I
that we've
actually
done.
went to the channel, like, I try to go to it as frequently as possible, but I never really pay attention to all the previously uploaded videos. So if you go to youtube.com/The People's Wholesalers, dude, we have well over 80 videos at this
80?
point. Yeah, well over 80 videos.
Wow.
Dude,
And
we've
there's
done this
so
every-
many,
we've
dude.
done it
And
every
I was
Tuesday for like 2
scrolling,
years.
I was scrolling through it all. There's so much fucking content, dude.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, from lead generation to
That's 80 hours.
acquisitions to every aspect of wholesaling that you can think of. Like, if you need a wholesale course for free, you go to the People's Wholesalers, right? You go to youtube.com/People's Wholesalers. But ever since we started broadening our horizons, ever since we started broadening our horizons to different aspects of real estate, there's so much information about flipping
I agree
and
with that. I agree with
retail
that.
real estate
Yeah.
and interviews and
Yep.
exposure. Like, if you're truly interested in real estate and you're trying to figure out your niche, dude, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to it. Every time we're filming a live Facebook video and we upload it to YouTube, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys, you're going to get that notification when that new video arrives. And if you missed our live, you're going to catch it on YouTube later. So I strongly recommend you guys go ahead and subscribe to that. In the meantime, tonight we're going to talk about KPIs and wholesaling specifically. And if you're not in wholesaling and you want to get into wholesaling, when we go through these KPIs and we're talking about the specifics, chime in with your questions, guys. Your questions, your comments, feed it into those comments areas, because you have G and I. Hayden has been very active in wholesaling for several years now. Young, super successful wholesaler, and he's part of the Cash Geeks team. So we're all very, very fortunate. And Gary, as you guys all know, he's a very, very trusted friend of ours. He's a flipper. But we keep him close to the heart, right? And Gary is.
What they say, hey, keep your enemies closer, right? Is that what they say?
Your friends close, your enemies closer. Exactly. So I want to know, like, if you guys are interested in your KPIs and the metrics and what it is you guys should be looking at, go ahead and ask those questions in the comments. And I see my man Carlos Altamirano said, how we doing, guys? We're doing great, Carlos. We appreciate you, man. Thanks for chiming in. And if everyone can, please go ahead and share this video.
Yep.
Share it in your personal feed, share it in other groups, share it and spread the word, because a lot of people can use the help that we give on our Tuesdays. We got Marisol, my wife. Thank you for joining, sweetheart. Appreciate you. What's wrong with flippers? Haha. Carlos, do you flip? I don't even know if you flip or wholesale. I feel like you're a wholesale because I see that you're active in these groups, so I appreciate it, man. So let me know what it is that you're doing. So.
And there's nothing wrong with flippers. We love flippers.
We like flippers a lot. So Hayden, really quick, because guys, Hayden is very active. You guys don't really understand. Like, if you have like, when I look at real estate, when I look at real estate realtors, and I look at wholesalers, there's a lot of similarities, right? And the most common active individuals or companies in real estate, they're individuals, right? They're a realtor or they're a wholesaler individually. Then you have husband and wife teams. You have two buddies that get together, they partner, and they make big movements. They make things happen, right? So even if someone that, like, a lot of us don't know our numbers, right? And that's okay. But if you don't know your numbers, there still are KPIs that we have to have exposure to, or that we have things that we want to know. So as an individual wholesaler, because I think you can truly relate to these people, what are some of the things you like to see, right? You like to look at a certain number of deals per day or per week. You like to get a certain number of leads. I'm sorry, leads.
Dude, Hayden, you're getting deals per day, bro. You're getting a deal a day.
Well, what I wanted to get at is you want to see a certain number of leads per week, and you want to convert a certain number of contracts per week. So what were the commonalities, maybe on a weekly basis, that came across your desk? Because I feel like we're going to say our numbers because we want everyone to grow.
It's at the macro, right. So
we want them to grow into scale, so we're going to expose them to that. But like a lot of them are still trying to get their first deal, or they're trying to scale their company. So
kind of what you're saying. So our KPIs are going to be the macro, right? So we hit broad lists. Our list, our skip tracing, all of it, it's going to be held to different standards. If you're just a one-man team prospecting deals, what I would shoot for is, the most efficient lead that is out there, in my opinion. It might be specific to Jacksonville, but it's cold calling leads. So the numbers that I would always work off of is it takes 50 cold call leads to get one contract, one deal. Of course, my contract to deal metrics are a little different. I'm a little more seasoned, so I don't commit at too high of prices as much as maybe somebody in their first 6 months could potentially do. So that's a KPI that maybe I'm not taking into account.
So what's a deal?
However,
what's the difference between a deal and a contract?
So a
why
deal.
are you going in, dude?
I'm
Thought we were
curious.
gonna like
I'm
30,000 foot.
You out here
I'm
right
out
now?
here. I'm out here right now. I'm feeling it.
I just learned out you're out here is a thing. All right, go ahead.
Let's get in the weeds.
Go ahead,
man.
young guys.
Let's get in the weeds.
A
Now
deal.
Nobody's on.
A deal is money in the bank, right? So a contract doesn't necessarily mean money's in the bank. You still have to find a buyer. You still have to clear title. You still have to go to the closing table and make sure they don't wig out on you at the last minute. There's still steps. Just because you got a purchase agreement doesn't mean you made money. Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Ooh.
But
That's an old timey saying, bro.
I'm from Idaho.
Yeah, I was about to say
That's
that.
true. It's probably
That's
not.
That's some Idahoan things to say.
As long as you Idahoan.
Yeah, as long as you know,
Idaho.
and I don't know.
So 50 leads is the number to put money in the bank when you're a solo guy. So how are you generating leads? You're cold calling, you're asking if people want to sell and they want an offer, and that's a metric for a lead. You keep it as simple as that. There's ways that you can tier leads, your hots, your warms, your colds. Don't even, we're trying to keep it high level here.
So you're getting contracts in between that.
Right.
You're
Contracts.
getting 50 leads.
Right.
And then the perfect number, who knows the perfect number, leads to contract.
Right.
But you're saying for about every 50 leads that come in through cold calling, you should get a deal.
You should get a deal. Right.
Close a deal.
Close deal. So and so if you're a field closer like I was, 50 leads will net you. You'll get 20% of those for appointments. So that'll get you 10 appointments. So those are people that are motivated enough. You give them a ballpark range. You say, hey, condition might change where we're going to come at, but if you feel like it's not going to waste your time for me to come out, then great. So 10 appointments, and then you'll close 1 in 10, 10% close rate. Pretty conservative numbers. Some months you'll do better. Some months you'll do worse, but shoot for 50, you'll get a deal.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Look
Can
at
I-
that, leads this month.
I think that's incredible. My bad. Go ahead. You say your part.
Basically, I was just doing math.
Oh,
We have
he cut
500.
you off and I cut him off? Is
Yeah,
that
no,
what just
did
happened?
you see that? I was like, yeah,
that was
that's
awesome.
All right, then I'm gonna let you go.
Oh, sorry, you go.
It was a
I'ma let you
cutoff
go.
train. I just wanted to. So I came from a sales background.
Sure.
And, sales is kind of a science.
Sure.
Mm.
It's also an
And-
art, but yes.
It's teachable though, right?
Mm.
And part of our KPIs were close ratios.
Ooh, dude, they're about to get in a fight.
Dude, fight right now, dude. Exchange
My question to
hats.
you is, if you have a 10% close rate,
Mm-hmm.
is that how is that? Is that good, bad,
No, that's bad.
average?
My
It's bad. So
mean,
what is a good
It-
close
it-
rate
wait,
look
wait,
like?
hold on.
depends on what you
50
base
leads
your
to one
close
deal?
rate off of. Is your close rate based off of leads,
is it based off of a
contracts,
Appointments.
dispositions?
I would say appointments.
Dude, like wholesaling is like you can't like base your close rate off of pharmaceutical sales the same as you would off of wholesale.
That's what I'm asking.
Right.
Is what does good look like for that?
So good in most circles for a field closer is probably 25 to 15%.
And you were obviously like 50% when you were in the field.
No. No, not at all.
So so I'm just kidding, because I look at it as like, how do we get that close rate up? How do we make the best return on our investments and get that close rate up? And is it teachable? Can we coach these
Sure.
field guys to get that up?
Sure. Yeah, it is. It takes money though, and it takes time, and it takes a full-time
So
sales
does-
guy like that. We have a manager,
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So that's a KPI.
Yeah, that's his wife. is
Well,
his
basically,
manager.
what I was getting at was basically we did 516 leads so
Re-
far this
re-
month.
Really quick, I just want to let Carlos know. Carlos, you're asking about how many calls per lead and leads per whatever. So we're gonna touch on that really soon, Carlos. So hang out there, and we're gonna get to that after G's point. So my
Boom.
bad, G.
All right, so you're saying, and based on your numbers, 50 leads from cold calling to one closed deal.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So 516 leads this month. How many did we get last month? It was like 600 something.
I don't even remember. It's all over the place.
So I think
No,
we
it's
got-
550 to 650.
I think it's like 600.
we run quite the
tight ship. KPIs, baby.
600. Oh, this is the beauty about KPIs. This is the beauty about KPIs, right? So 600, right? Divided by 50 is 12. How many deals did we do last month?
12.
12? Dude, we did 12 deals last month. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
Yeah. I mean, we've done 12, we've done 14, we've done 21, we've like.
So this month so far, 516 divided by 50, 10 deals.
But you guys were doing 20 or 30 recently, right? Is it
We've
gone down?
never done. I think 21 is our highest.
21
so
is our
21
highest.
was the
yeah,
highest,
21
okay.
is our highest.
So, but your average then
We've done
would be
19, 20,
15 or
20.
16, something like that.
Probably
if you
around
would-
15 or 16. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what does that get you? You said with your KPI, like your deals per leads, is that 10%?
50 to 1, what is that?
10. I don't know.
That's 5%.
5%.
5%?
Okay.
5%?
5%.
Wait,
Okay.
no.
Conversion rate.
Well, yeah. I think.
Don't
know.
No, that's
I-
2.5%. Sorry.
All right, really quick. So let's get back into it. So
Yeah.
really quick, I want to. So were you getting to a point with your 516, or did you already address
I
that?
was just getting at, that's pretty fucking spot on.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
close. Pretty
Yeah.
close.
Did you guys teach him that, or did he bring
No,
that
no,
to
no,
the table?
That's just
So-
pulled
so-
that out of
so-
his ass.
Well, dude, you learn average. I've done it for 2 years. You pick up on average.
So Carlos is interested in the cold calling.
3 years.
And
My
guys, if you guys are interested in more of the metrics of cold calling or SMS or whatever the case is, drive your questions into the comments and we're going to go in on it. But we're huge cold callers. If you guys know us and you follow us, you know that our main primary source of leads is cold calling, right? So I think we've done really good with getting a shit ton of leads in and closing leads off of cold calling. So I want to go in on that really quick. Generally speaking, our week to week to week, we have a weekly meeting in the mornings, most mornings on Tuesday, unless we're super busy. Sometimes we'll push it to Wednesday. But Tuesday morning, we have our weekly meetings, and we go over, all right, how many leads did we get in? How many contacts?
How many contracts?
Did it lead
on the
to
acquisitions?
contracts on the acquisition side? Did we place
Disposition.
deals with a disposition? And it's this funnel, right? It's this kind of like reverse triangular
Sales
funnel.
funnel.
It's a sales funnel, right? So
Pull it up.
we dial, and I wish
Put him
I
on the
wish we
spot.
I wish
Pull
we
it up.
can
Put him on the spot.
Come
Pull
on.
it up.
Hey, pull out your funnel, bro.
I wish we can
You won't.
challenge them with guesses, but it's not going to come in quick enough. But we, on average, dial about 125,000 phone numbers a week. It's about 125,000 phone numbers a week, and out of that 125,000 phone numbers, we're contacting about, we're talking to about 7,500 people, right? So that's the biggest part of the funnel right there. It goes from this huge number down to like this way smaller number.
Can I draw that out?
Time out.
Illustrate it for the
Draw
camera?
it out. Draw it out.
Let me draw it out for you.
Can I
Try
ask
out.
you a question while he does that, real quick?
Go for
Time
it.
out.
As long as you don't
kiddo.
interrupt
So
them.
700 dials, or is that?
What's the
125?
contact rate on that?
No.
About 13%.
Completely different. Completely different. So when you make the dials, you're hitting a list 3 times, right?
This is
No, this is one
this
time.
is in 1
That's
week.
just right. So just dials, right? Not
Yes.
contacts.
Correct.
Correct. 125,000 dials.
Right. Okay. So I just wanna make
7,500
that-
contacts.
Right. So the data usage is a completely different KPI, right? Because 125,000 dials, that's the amount that if you're hitting a list 3 times.
That's I'm
that
calling
means
this number.
that
I'm
amount
calling
of-
this number.
that amount of contacts are getting hit 300 and whatever 400,000 times. A list 125,000
No.
deep.
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So on average,
In
we'll
the-
call
So
a
basically,
list
when we skip
3
trace,
to 4 times per month.
Okay.
all right. So when we skip trace, we get up to 3 phone numbers per
Well-
person. Right. So we'll try to call them. So if we call one phone number, that's a contact. Another phone number, that's a dial. Sorry, that's
Right.
a dial. Another phone number, that's a dial. Another phone number,
Right.
that's a dial. This person
Right.
only has one number, so that's a dial.
Right.
This person has 2
Okay.
numbers, dial.
Strictly dials.
Yeah. So
Okay.
strictly
Just
dial.
dials.
Right.
Just
Okay.
dials.
Gotcha.
So this could be one time running through the list.
Gotcha.
Because some lists have 125,000 phone numbers. When we pull like the absentee list, how big is that list?
So far here.
Dude, there it is.
That took
Oh,
you
you're working
that
on
took
the
you
funnel?
so much time
Get
to
it-
come
get it
up with
closer
something
for them.
that
Oh,
simple.
shit. All right,
Warren, how
this
much
is-
closer should
This
we
is
go?
the beginning of the KPI funnel.
So as we talk, as we talk through it, I'm gonna continue to.
Wait.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
gonna
Cool.
come up with that percentage.
125,000
I got you.
dials.
I got
Does
you.
that make sense though?
That's a
7,500 contacts. And what can a
6%.
contact be?
6%
Jot that down on the side.
Well, I was going to.
Is that with?
Are you gonna
I
put
don't
it
think
on-
that's
with the
6%. Is
seller?
that 6%?
That is 6%.
I don't think. Don't make me do the math.
Do the math, Dom.
Do the math, Dom.
Dare you? So what if?
6%. That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Yeah.
So and then that varies, right? Because it could be 125,000, 7,500. It could be 80,000, 8,000, right?
Right.
It can be 100,000, 78,900, right? So that's one example of how a
Yeah.
week can perform, right?
Yeah.
So 7,500. Out of 7,500 contacts, how many people do you think say to us that they would consider selling? Because you're going to get a fuckload of, take me off your list, not right now.
I want $1 million.
Show me your titties. Like, there's going to be
Take out your
all
sales
types
funnel.
of shit.
I'm gonna guess.
How does your sales funnel look? Exactly.
Send me a son of-
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I know you're watching, Marisol, but I don't really show them my titties. I would never. They're only for you.
She says you have 125,000 phone numbers in your phone.
Play's got to play, sweetheart.
Go. First number comes to
Yeah.
mind.
I just think like 45. That's.
So you think
that's-
45?
I just think 45.
What do you think? If you had to just wild guess, you have no exposure to these metrics.
Okay. So 7,500 people, and then
How many people say that they would consider selling
this is
their
moving
home?
from the VA to the closers.
This
right?
is in the VA realm.
Yeah, the
Right.
VA says, hey, Jimmy, I saw on the city's website you wanted to sell your property.
I saw on the city's website that you had a property next to properties that I'm buying.
Your house is for
would
sale
you
on the city's
consider
website.
selling?
And so those are the people that are going
Ba-deep,
to the
ba-deep, ba-deep,
closers,
but that's all, folks.
right?
Yes.
Okay. So out of 7,500, maybe you get 100.
100. So you're 4,500. Warren, our trusty producer, what would you guess?
Where's the Warren Cam at?
Oh, I'm listening on the delay. Sorry.
Oh, he didn't even pay attention.
Super quick, 7,500 contacts. How many people said that they would consider selling? Pick a number quickly.
That could be anywhere from
Any
12
number.
to 4,000.
1,000. I knew you were gonna say
1,000.
1,000. Yeah.
Whoa.
So about 120 people.
What?
Yeah.
What
About
do I
100
win? What do I win?
But it's closest to without going over. Oh, so you
I said
did.
100.
You did win. You win. That's Bob
win.
Barker's Price is Right.
That's
rules.
a flipper. That's a flipper saying that too.
That's Price is Right rules. Does Drew Carey still hold those rules? Closest to without going over.
True Carey.
I don't watch that, dude.
You're a flipper. Of course you watch Price
That's
is
true.
Right.
I'm at home in the afternoon when
Doing
these guys are
nothing.
working.
You start your job at 1 p.m., dude. All right, so put 120 people.
When you flip, you wake up at 11 o'clock in the morning.
So listen.
So
Don't
on
listen to these guys.
average,
So what's that percentage?
so
You got your calculator.
well, there's a percentage of what? Is it a percentage of dials?
Uh,
Because we have the oh, we didn't talk about leads. How many leads are they going through to get the dials?
Well, now you're gonna ruin the funnel.
Well,
All
what
right,
do you mean?
We'll start with the dials. Dials.
Yeah, they're going
Contacts.
through 125 contacts to get, or 125,000
Dials to get 7,500.
to get
yeah.
125
It's
dials.
1,041 dials per lead. Or
I need a percentage, bro.
120.
You want that
You do
percentage of
120 over 7,500.
Oh my, you're so high maintenance.
What? Me?
So what is that? Dials to lead percentage. That's what you want.
He wants the percentage.
That's
not,
what
not
you
the,
want.
Because that's
not the dials to
that's
lead.
our KPI.
I'll
for
do
the
it.
sales funnel.
120
No, dude, so look,
divided
so
by
Hayden-
7,500.
Dude, we need 1,000 dials to get a
16%.
lead. Dude,
Okay.
1,000 dials to get one lead.
No, that's not correct.
That is what you just did.
Isn't that right?
Wait, are we doing contacts to lead?
So
I'm
now,
lost.
yeah, that's 120 is the leads, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there you go.
And you want
Is that wrong? Oh, is that 1.6%?
Of what number?
Yes.
Yes.
120 divided by 7,500, right?
Yep.
Times 100, I think, right?
What? Motherfucker.
There's no math happening.
Yeah.
What is occurring?
Yeah, what? 1.6%.
Oh.
Add a little point. Okay.
Add a
Let me
little-
show the people. All right. So we dial 125,000 people. Out of those dials, they could be wrong numbers. They could be fax numbers. They could be bad numbers. They, take me off your list, whatever. Oh no, those my bad. Those are dials. Contacts. So 125,000 dials. We get 7,500 people that either answer the phone and say, "Take me off your list," or they say wrong number.
kill yourself.
Whatever. Go kill yourself. Whatever.
Dang.
Then, out of those 7,500 people, we get 120 people that say, "Yes, I do want to hear. I do want to hear." So we get 120 leads. So 6% to. So this is from each number on top, right?
Yes.
Okay. So 6% of 125 dials is our contact rate, and then out of our contacts, 1.6% become leads. And then that's basically 1,000 lead or 1,000 dials to a lead.
Yep.
Right.
Cool.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
How many contracts do we get on a weekly basis?
So, why is it getting real?
We're gonna keep going
That's
through
what
the
we have
funnel.
to do.
We're doing the funnel. This
Oh,
is great.
I thought the funnel was over.
This is to keep you on track.
This is
bro.
a lead
This is to
generation
keep you on
company,
track.
no? Cool. So 125,000 dials, 7,500 contacts, 120 leads. Lee is leading to an average of. So we're gonna go to contracts, then we're gonna go dispose, and then we're gonna go to closes, right?
Yep.
So,
That's a lot of brain stuff.
hold on one second, because 12, 8. What do we say? We have 32 for the month so far.
It's,
Right?
it's a, K, it's a
Oh.
KPI. We
Nate says watching
count.
you guys do math is super entertaining. Listen, it's 9:25. We've been here for, I don't know,
This would be
12
way easier if
hours,
we didn't have like
13
4 or
hours.
5
Well, it'd
drinks beforehand.
Yeah, and Nate was supposed to come here tonight, so he can't talk. That's all I'm saying. He was supposed to be here. He could have helped us out.
That's true. He could have been our math guy. That
Yeah.
Warren should be, but he's
Yeah,
listening
Warren
on a
is-
delay.
Cool.
sleeping over there.
So the easiest way to put this is we're locking up about. So this is.
Out
So
of- out
let's
of the
translate
120.
it. So we got to do it weekly, right? Fucking weekly. Right.
How many contracts do we have so
So
far?
so if we do 15 to 20 a
33?
month, we're gonna call it 17 and a half on average, right? 17 and a half.
Contracts?
No,
Over
no, no, no.
4.
No. So it's going to be about 30 a month, right? So we're going to lock up 30 a month and we're going to transact 17.5. How do you do that weekly? 30 a month times
Divided by-
12 months
4.3.
divided by 52.
Or you just divide by
7.
4.3 here.
So 7, this is weekly, right? So out of 120 leads, we're locking up 7.
7 deals a week, right?
No, we're closing
No.
7. My bad. No, wait,
No,
I'm fucking
no,
up.
we're
You lock-
that's
how many
weekly.
do you-
We're locking up 7.
7 deals, right?
We're not locking up 7
We're
deals.
locking
How
up
many
7.
are you locking up a
Hell,
week?
dude.
So 30
Dude,
a week.
contracts divided
Dude,
by
alright.
4.3.
How many contracts do we have this week?
6.9.
This month is different.
Well, we locked up. How many contracts did we lock up last month? It was in the 30s.
It was in the 30s.
Yeah, so 28 is.
So I just put it at 30.
Okay.
So 30 over 4 is.
That's all I did. So what do you want to do? You want to go to the 33?
Well, they hit 11 last week.
I know this month is a great month.
Well, they're. Okay.
Boom.
All right.
So last
right.
month it was 32, 33 maybe?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So what are we doing?
So
8,
33.
30 contracts. Do 30 contracts.
What's 7.5? Should we round up to 8?
30. I did 30, so that's 7. That's 7. It's 6.9.
Yeah, 7.
So
7.
7.
All right,
7 contracts a week.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do by so
7
the
contracts a
deals
week.
is
Yes.
There's 4 deals. 4 deals a week.
Marisol's losing her stuff. You're cracking her up here.
Oh, this was KPIs live. We're figuring out right
Yeah,
We didn't have this shit
You know what?
figured
Did you
out.
not
This is
know?
so true.
This is how you figure out your KPIs.
Yeah. If anyone doesn't know how we rock with our show, is we decide 5 minutes before the show exactly how the show is going to go, and the rest of it is we're figuring out as we go along. So we appreciate you guys for joining us.
All right, so remember this?
I do remember that,
Boom. So 4.22.
It's 4.
right?
Round down.
That's for dispo.
Okay.
So your contract to close rate would be
No, not contract to close.
Is that
Lead-
weekly?
lead-
This
to
is
close.
dispoed weekly.
Yeah, 5.8%.
So 4.2
58
contracts.
Oh,
But this
5.8
is
from
should we
leads.
take that one out because of Christmas or no?
You got those Christmas weeks.
You got that week of Christmas
So
on
it's about 5.
it's about 5.
Yeah. All right.
Well-
So we're closing 5 a week.
5 dispoed.
5
dispoed.
times 52 divided by 12. And we're trying to like generalize the months, right? Because every month is not the same as the next,
Correct.
right?
When
so
you say you can
5
track that
times
with a KPI?
Huh?
It ebbs and flows, baby.
Yeah, you could track that with a KPI and do a median, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
it still varies
So that's
in
21.6.
real time.
I think that's the.
But
you have a
yes,
median.
And I'll admit 21.6
And
is
a-
a
and a
little
delta
aggressive.
over
I like
variance.
17.5 better. Because not all
Just
months
learn
are in the
math.
20s.
I failed math 102 in college.
Oh,
no.
So where you at?
Not learning math.
Dispo, 5 dispoed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what is that?
Right here.
Out of 7 contracts, what's that
This
ratio?
is weekly.
21%.
Oh, the percentage. So 5 divided by 7 is 71%. So there's 30%
So that's a
fallout.
great rate, though. You can lock up out of those 7 contracts. You lock up 5 with the end buyer.
Right.
That's
The
good.
biggest
That's good.
fallout is from acquisitions
Yeah.
Yeah.
to close.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fallout. That's 30 to 50%.
Yeah.
If you guys, no, seriously though, if you guys are a phone sales organization, is the video frozen still? It's still red though.
Dude. That got me.
Hold on,
dumb.
really.
Oh,
quick.
you go.
Are we frozen still, or you don't know?
Sorry, our
Wait, we're frozen.
dying.
our war dogs
Oh, there
is
we go.
I'm dying.
all the math confused the camera. Our
Are we back on?
Nope.
tech guy was asleep at the wheel.
Blame Warren.
Oh.
Hold
But
on.
we're on it. Can they hear us still?
Dude,
The
but you caught that,
downfall.
right? You caught
Major
that?
downfall is.
You want to jump to KPI?
Huh?
Want to jump to KPI?
I mean, if is it gonna help us?
On that one?
Is it gonna help us?
All right, let's do
Because
it.
that's off. This is on. Cool.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let me know if we're ready.
I like this pivot.
Oh, unplug it.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna film it and
You
you're
film
gonna
it?
talk. Yeah.
Just let me know when we're ready.
Yep.
Let's see.
We're in.
We still,
Yeah.
we
Are we
still
in?
have
All right,
one.
let's
G,
see.
we in?
We still have the shaft to go.
All right, guys. So let me just look at this funnel real quick. All right, you guys are fuck alls. So 125,000 dials, 7,500 contacts, 120 leads, 7 contracts. 5 of those get dispoed, and the next we're gonna do is we're gonna get to close. So we'll go to the closings really quick after we start looking at the boards, because I think one of the things that's really important to everyone is accountability, right? So we're back on, perfect. Accountability and getting your team on point because a lot of what we're doing is holding everyone accountable to their stats, because if you're growing a team, there's going to be a lot of moving parts and a lot of fallout, and we're trying to keep that as tight as possible. So if you guys haven't seen it already, really quick, G, can you do a real quick pan of the office? Check the office out. Most of these workstations are full from day to day. We probably have 2, maybe 3 that don't have employees at it at all times. And as entrepreneurs, and if you guys are following our journey, you know that Gonzalo and myself, our idea is to replace ourselves in our business. So we're appointing employees, acquisition managers, disposition managers, transaction coordinators, leadership, so that the next level to what we're going to is taking ourselves out of our business so that it operates with us or without us or whatever the case may be, right? So one of the things that we wanted to talk to you guys about or show you is how our day-to-day works. So G, if you can pan up at the leads board, we have a lot of everything on display, right? So this is our leads board, and we have our cold callers pulling the leads in. So Abel and Bert obviously have outperformed today, and they consistently get a great lead flow on a daily basis, and we quality check to make sure the leads are not completely shit. Obviously, tire kickers are gonna pave their way through, but this shit's gonna happen, right? But in the meantime, we're calling people. People are saying
what
that
is this thing doing?
Dude, just hold the phone.
That's what I want to do that.
What'd you do? You messed it up.
I don't know what I did.
So in the meantime, we're calling people. They say that they'd consider selling, and the only thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna entertain that, and we're gonna work that lead, right? So if we're gonna work that lead, we're gonna just work it as much as possible to see if we can make something out of it. And if not, that's the name of the game. Wholesaling is a numbers game. Sales is a numbers game. And that's the way that we're going to continue to work it. Now, if we come over to this board, this is not the board. But this is our sales board, right? So we have our sales individuals here. We have the number of calls that they make that we're looking at, and that's displayed to the entire sales floor. So we have 58 calls, 47 calls, 96, 89, 73. So these guys are trying to make as many calls as possible so they can get as many contacts as possible. One of the things I want to point out to any aspiring wholesalers, sales individuals, flippers, investors is the toughest part of our job, especially as a sales organization and as wholesalers closing over the phone, is getting people on the phone and making those contacts. That is our toughest job. I don't think our toughest job is closing the deal. I don't think our toughest job is the negotiating or figuring out the numbers. Since wholesaling is a numbers game, and you come to terms with the fact that not everyone is going to agree to the number that you need it at, it then becomes a numbers game, right? And since it's a numbers game and you have to get to the individuals that will agree to your deal, it's really just getting them on the phone, and that is our biggest problem. So that's why you see the gap between calls and contacts, 89 and 36, 96 and 48, 47 and 29. Our biggest challenge is getting people on the phone. The next biggest challenge is going to be our talk time, right? You have close to 2 hours, hour and a half, 3 hours, 1 hour. Our talk time is keeping them on the phone, is talking to them, is trying to convert them. And then we have our offers, and remember, guys, this is daily versus monthly, right? So I'm really focusing on daily, but it's really your average on the month. And if you guys are looking at my man Jason, he has the lowest numbers because he's converting from a lead manager to an acquisitions manager. The rest.
Hey, he got his first contract
and
today.
he got his first contract today. Congratulations to Jason. And as you go up this board, you have the most junior person to the most senior person. And it's funny how the numbers correlate, right? The most junior person has 23 offers for the month to 67 to 97 to 95 to 133, right? So you have the offers that they're making today, the offers that they're making month to date. And as you go from the most junior person to the most senior person, the contracts are also going up, right? So you have the agreements, month to date, and then we have daily and what happened yesterday. And that's on display because we want to make sure that people are accountable. And if someone gets an agreement, we want it to be celebrated. And if it's celebrated, it's going to drive the other individuals to also want to get an agreement for that day. It's really a huge thing. Getting a contract in wholesaling, I think, is incredible. It needs to be celebrated. We have to have a good time at our jobs. And then we have to try to make as much money as possible while we're doing it. Not only for the company, but for the team.
Just don't make it off me. That's all I'm asking.
Oh, we have this TV up too, right?
Which one?
We certainly do.
It's not working right now, but it's not that it's not working, but this is the TV with all of our callers, right? So right here, these, what is that, 6, 8, 10. So we have 10 cold callers, and then we have 5 closers. And so this is the, we're using Zen Call, and this is the dialer. So we have our cold callers on and our closers on, and basically it shows if someone's on a call, if they are post-call, if they are not available, and stuff like that. So that way we know, everybody here in the office on the sales floor knows who's on the phone. Are they dialing? Are they not dialing? Warren, are we good back on the other camera? All right, cut it out. Oh wait, and then we have our deal board. I won't show the deals, the addresses, but that's we basically have a TV showing the closed deals, what we made per deal, and then where we're at for the month,
Cool.
for the year, and for the goal.
And the
3 mil
closings
this year,
per
baby.
week.
Let's go.
And the closings per week. Are we back on this camera? Awesome. So the closings per week are going to be 4.03, so let's call it 4. Closings per month are going to be 4. So
Closings per week are 4, and then closings per month are 4.
Are 4. We only close during 1 week.
Yeah.
So my bad.
welcome.
So closings per week on average are about 4.
Yeah.
So we had 5 dispoed, 4 closed.
Damn, you guys are killing it.
So what's the percentage between the 5 dispoed and the 4 closed, Gary? Gary's the numbers guy?
It's 80%.
Thanks.
80%.
Is it though?
Turn this back.
Señor, it's
4 out of
80%.
5. So then 8 out of 10, right? Multiply that by 2.
But divided by 7.
Is that your final answer?
So guys,
Yes.
this shit is important shit. And I'm not saying our company is the same as every other company out there. But I mean, and this is from a cold calling aspect because we're not hitting a lot of the other channels, but what we're doing is working. And it's working well, and we're having good success with it. But that funnel is an amazing funnel.
There we go.
Hey, can we change that screen back to?
So wait. All right. So here,
Facebook.
this is what Henry wanted to know.
So you're telling
Out
me
of
that
125,000 dials, so we close 4 a week, divided by 125,000. That's so how many? How
It's
would you do
32 thousandths of a dial.
the math?
We
How many-
closed 32 thousandths of a dial.
Wait. How do you
Okay.
do? How many
It's
dials
just
to
not even-
closings?
So-
It's this
you
divided by
gotta
that.
scroll up, Warren.
You're
to
right.
find
Closings?
what
Oh,
Henry
it's
said.
this. It's 4 divided by 125,000. It's 4.
No, but that's the
Closed deals.
percentage. That's the percentage.
So what are you looking
I'm
for?
trying to do 125,000 divided by 4. So we have to dial 31,000 leads in order to get one closed deal.
31,000 leads.
31,000 leads. There you go.
What other questions do you have? What other crazy
Wait,
metrics?
that's dials though.
That's
'cause
what Henry
leads are
wanted to
getting
know.
hit 3 times.
Oh yeah, dials. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we average 2 numbers per lead.
2.2.
2.2.
Yeah.
So divide that by 2. 15,000 leads. So for about 15,000 leads, you get
That's pretty
you
spot
get a
on.
deal. You get a
That's
deal
spot
closed.
on.
But
If
how
you're-
many?
Thank you for verifying.
No, but if
Thank you.
you're
How
if
many
you're a
contracts?
one-man show wholesaler out there,
Can we
and
show
you're
this to
looking,
the
you know,
people?
how much?
Oh yeah.
Guys, this is drunk. We shouldn't label this drunken KPIs.
But I think we got to the right answer.
Dude,
so
we're
that's all
getting
that
there,
matters.
bro.
Yeah.
This is real.
But if you're a single wholesaler out there,
Can they
you're
see
looking to pull a list that you're going to pull a deal from. It's your first month out. I
All right,
would
perfect.
recommend a 15,000.
All right, guys. So this
piece
is
list.
the sales funnel for 1 week. 125,000 dials in cold calling, 7,500 contacts, 120 leads, which gets us 7 contracts on average a week. From those contracts, we dispo 5. 71% of the contracts that we get, we dispo, and then 80% of the stuff
Keep
that
it
we
there, keep it there, keep
dispo,
it there.
we close, right? So that's the math. And then the basic number that Henry was wanting to know was 31,250 dials in order to get
Hey, G,
one
pull it out a little bit, bro.
closed deal.
That's not what she said.
It's too deep. Got to pull it back a little bit.
Ah, okay. My bad.
Pull it back.
My bad.
80%. So 80% of what's this boat closed.
Yep. So if we do 4, what's 4 divided by 7?
But after it closes, what percentage of the
So
people are
point-
happy?
So actually,
3.
0.6% or 0.57% of the deals that we get under contract do we close.
Did you guys see as you got
But
further
how
down
many
the funnel?
how
that
many
your close
closes
rate
do we get testimonials from?
Interesting.
How many
That's our fault.
testimonials
Yeah.
by
Give
new
them the market.
houses?
We're slacking, dude.
Right?
We're
Hey,
slacking
you
on
guys,
that.
do you guys notice that as you work down the funnel, your closing rate increases?
I
That is really hard at the beginning of the funnel.
What is it? I'm sorry.
As you work your way down the funnel, your close rate increases.
True.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
true.
get a.
Now,
Based on
it-
the part of the funnel
Yeah,
that
and it's
you're
probably given the
referring
market,
to.
right?
This is disgusting, bro.
So there may be a different market. The sales funnel for a wholesaler will look different. Maybe
Oh, right.
Maybe
true.
it's easier to get deals. And it's harder to dispo.
Right. Oh no.
Hey,
and
real
then
quick,
that's a
I
good
wanna-
point
I wanna
because
address
This is our team.
Yeah.
Right. This is our team. We're a volume-based business. We have a big staff. I think.
I want to address one of the questions
my man
earlier.
Nate asked. He was like, with your team, how much are you like netting?
Yeah, that was Nick's.
Oh, that was Nick's.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So the net is over a little over 20% year over year for the last couple of years. So the profit that we bring in, bottom line, is about 20%.
Yep.
So Henry said
So if we're
16 to
bringing in
17,000 dials.
21%.
Yeah, if we're bringing in
21, yeah.
$1.5 million, we're netting over 300,000.
Cool. Dude, did you see the question? Question's gone, right?
Did he delete it? Can you do that?
I don't know.
No, I think it's further up, dude.
Is it? Dude, it's gone.
Oh, the question's gone.
But yeah, that if you're still watching, dude, I remember the question.
But can I just make a point here, guys?
It's like 21 and change
It's
percent.
summation.
Well, there's
Bottom
more
line.
questions.
We're doing the mannequin challenge.
Who said that?
So basically, 16 to 17,000 dials to get a closed deal.
Well,
no, it's actually
31,000.
31,000, but about 16,000 leads.
Correct.
Pieces of
How
data.
did Henry know the leads?
Maybe
he
Henry
just-
does it for a lot.
Maybe he did his math wrong,
know.
but happened to be right. That happens sometimes.
No,
Maybe
Henry knew.
Maybe Henry knows
knew.
what he's talking about.
No, he knew the amount of average phone numbers per lead.
There's no way Henry knows what he's talking about.
What did you
I'm
say?
vouching for Henry.
Oh, man.
He's like, how did Henry know? He's like, because maybe Henry knows what he's talking about. Obviously.
Does Henry buy homes?
Henry
buys
houses.
homes?
Does he buy homes?
Henry's bought a
Since
home or
when?
two.
Henry's bought a house or two.
So, can I
We
just
love
make a
you,
point
Henry.
here, guys? On all these crazy numbers, I think a lot of people look at the money that some wholesalers can make, and about kind of they don't have to, they're hands off, right? So they're hands off in the fact that they don't touch the property, they don't work on the property, they don't sell the property.
Sure, I hate those guys.
Retail guys,
Yeah.
but they think it's easy, right?
Yeah, I hate those guys.
They say, "What's your assignment fee?" You know, we think it's
right.
right.
Asking
They don't understand.
ludicrous amounts, you know,
Yeah,
raking you over the coals.
You are
I get
you
it.
are
Yeah.
yeah
He's an
you-
ad-libber.
right. He's a little extra tonight.
He's a hype man.
Anyway, so I'm a flipper primarily. I don't wholesale,
I know
because I know what it takes to wholesale at a high level, and it's very hard to do a lot of things great at the same time. So I would just like, you know, if you're a wholesaler, a small-time wholesaler, you know, and you're thinking, well, you know, I want to get bigger and stuff. This is what it takes. This is what it takes to make the money. This is what it takes to get big. It's a lot of work. So that's what I want to just.
Yeah, I think people need to
Dude,
decide
Gary's
that-
talking them out of it.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, people got to commit.
Don't
or
believe
they
what
got to
you
get off
say.
the train, right?
That sucks.
No,
and
it's true.
they
It's
look
true.
at
I
you
agree.
and they say,
Yeah.
"Cash Geek's doing so well.
Right.
They're doing all these deals a month and everything." But
Very
Cash
realistic.
guys
geeks
work-
everything around me.
you guys work your asses off, right?
Yep.
Just like they say,
All for a 21% bottom line.
they say that they look at HGTV and say, "Oh, that's easy. Flippers, you know, you just throw some paint and carpet on it." And you know, they don't understand that either. So
Right.
anything you do, there's no greener pasture. Anything in real estate you do is a lot of hard work and a lot of things that go into your success. So I think this proves, at least for wholesaling, that it is, and especially in this market, that not a lot of people are selling their houses.
Right.
And there's not a lot of distressed sellers out there, so you got to dig and claw and scrap for those contracts, right?
Well, you know what? I had a meeting with a wholesaler that has no BAs. He does all of his lead generation
Yikes.
by himself, dialing, him and his team dialing. And yeah, I mean, part of our conversation was like, if it was easy to do what we do, everybody would be doing it. But everybody doesn't, experience success with this. Everybody doesn't produce deals. It's not easy. It like to do the amount of dials it takes, 31,000 dials to get a deal. Like as a one-man show, unless you have skill to offset that, because we lose, in scaling quality control. If you're a one-man show, you have so much more quality control on the whole process. Your dials per lead, your contracts to close, your appointments to close, all of that's going to be better because you're not passing or delegating any roles past yourself. So you're going to perform a lot better. But part of the problem with scaling is you lose quality control inevitably. And we try our best, and we have systems, we have KPIs, we do what we can to keep those at bay, but we lose some. We know that. But point is even understanding,
But even as a
you're gonna
one-man
lose some.
show, it's really
Right,
hard to
right.
do because
Sure.
of just the
Right.
nature of the volume of
Sure.
touches you have to have.
Right.
Yeah, I think it really all depends on what your goals are, right? What are your goals, right? If I disappear for 2 weeks, or if I get into an accident or something happens to me, right, and I can't
Heartbroken.
perform, and I can't do wholesaling as an individual,
I would be
the
devastated.
company is not going to shut down, right? If for some reason I said, gee, I've been working for 12 years straight on this motherfucker, and I understand we're doing 30 million a year, netting 12 million, but I need to take 2 fucking months off, bro. Right? The business is not going to shut down. It's going to keep going on with me or without me, right? So that is what our
tag
goal
me in.
is.
I got you.
I got you. So that's what our goal is.
Yo, G,
Our goal is,
Gary's
right?
taking over for 2 weeks.
Right,
I'm
right.
out.
Do we have all of the
Let's
right
go, baby.
Do we have all of the right people in the right places? Everyone's reeling. Like, Hayden, can I back you up? Can G back you up? Probably no doubt in our fucking minds, right? We can back you up. You can back us up in your realm, right?
Sure.
And the rest of the company, like, if one person is out, the rest of the team picks up the slack. And that's
Right.
the beauty of building and scaling, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have the difference between a 50% bottom line and a 20 to 30% bottom line. And then so I think, and I don't know this because I haven't built a real estate company other than this real estate company. So is the 50% bottom line going to go to 20 and then venture back out to a 30 to 40? Quite possibly. And then we'll see.
You lost me. There's a lot of numbers happening there. I didn't catch you.
But I will say, I
I'm
did,
doing
I
my
got the
best.
general
I'm
I
doing
did
my
have
best
to-
to confuse you.
I did have to give Dom a call and said, yo, I broke my leg at the skate park. I'm not gonna come into the office for a month.
And then everything shut down.
everything shut
Shut
down. We
down.
didn't do a deal for the next 5 months.
Didn't do it. Didn't do it.
And
I did offer to help though.
yeah,
Do you remember that?
yeah. And then I was,
He said don't.
and then I got bit by a dog at a house. I was out for like a week,
Shit,
Yeah.
that's right.
chilling.
Hey, we're dog bite brothers, bro.
Dog bite brothers, let's go.
Yeah.
There was that
I
one
got bit
time
by a
you
dog
guys
at house,
hired me, and then I was like, oh, by the way,
You got
I'm
bit by a
not
dog?
coming to work on Monday.
Oh,
So
that's
there was
true.
that.
I'm
Yes.
going to Puerto Rico,
I'm
motherfuckers.
going
You
to
got,
Puerto
you got
Rico.
bit by a dog too?
No, it was much less cool.
Yeah.
Much less real
We
estate.
brought Hayden on the
related.
team. He was like, all right, I'm officially in. All right, cool. This weekend I'm going to Puerto Rico. Calling out.
Catch y'all suckers
You
later.
did mention that during the
Has
interview.
anyone ever
Take
wholesaled?
time off.
Has anyone ever wholesaled a deal in Puerto Rico, man? That's a wild.
So-
Dude, how about those hedge
So
funds?
the interesting thing is if anyone's
Puerto
familiar
Rico.
with
Puerto
real
Rican
estate
hedge funds.
brokerages and the MLS expansion, like the Puerto Rico's MLS is connected to South Florida's MLS in some aspect, right? They're a part of the same MLS, right? So they're all interconnected.
Makes
but,
sense because Miami is barely
But there's
America.
no Puerto Rican data available to
Oh, you tried to
ways-
wholesale in Puerto Rico.
the ways that we pull data.
Bro, it's so
You
So-
can't pull lists.
You can't, yeah,
You
yeah.
can't skip
There's no
trace.
prop stream in Puerto
and also
Rico.
culture.
Puerto Rico stream.
dude.
Puerto Rico stream.
We don't realize how good we have it in Jackson.
My REI Puerto Rico.
Do we?
We have it so good. The market.
How do
Puerto
we
The
have
Rico
it?
Pro.
market responds to cold calling. The market is already conditioned to answer a cold
How
call.
do you
and
get
be
the phone
somewhat
numbers?
Receptive. You literally can't. There's no public record down there. There's.
It's
ridiculous.
not you can't. Is how do you do it?
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
you tell me
Hayden.
no, bro.
Don't be Hayden.
Listen, I haven't
No
figured
means
it
yes,
out.
right?
I don't, it's a big opportunity if somebody wants to. I'd love to invest, but I'm not the guy.
Well, once
I'll
they
throw in
become a
some
state,
mailers.
once they become a state, we need to be there on the front
Oh,
lines.
that's right.
Front lines,
right.
brother.
Dude,
Dude,
that's
it-
interesting.
If
That's
Puerto
interesting.
Rico becomes a state,
Oh, yeah,
will
we're going.
how soon will their data be available in PropStream?
Dude, if Puerto
20
Rico
years.
becomes
3 to 5.
if Puerto Rico becomes
It's gonna
a
take
state,
3 to 5 years.
we have to become a hedge fund.
We?
We're doing
That's what you do.
Dude, I'm gonna be on the front lines there. I'm
run
gonna
it.
be
What's
doing
your-
the
what's your-
beachfront Airbnb
Run it.
properties all over.
What's your guess? If Puerto Rico becomes a state, how soon is their data available in PropStream?
At least 3 to 5 years.
Why so long? Why 3 to
Because
5 years?
it's a government. They
Yeah.
move so slow.
Yeah.
So then, USPS is not in Puerto Rico right now, right?
You're asking me questions I don't know.
How? Yeah.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
that's
hold
a,
on,
that's
hold
a
on.
very.
Well, I'm
that's a-
thinking
3
of
to 5
every door
years
direct
before
mail.
data is available in Puerto Rico.
3 to 5 years
Even
it will
if they
take
become a state.
for Puerto
To them
Rico's
to-
data
to
to be
bring
available
access.
in
After they become
PropStream after they
In
become a
prop,
state.
dude, that's gonna take forever.
I don't
I
like it.
think at least 5 years, more than that. I think.
Hey, will you move
Dude,
down
I
there
know.
We'll
with
see.
me?
We'll see.
so
Speculation.
who wants to become a door knocking
Speculation.
team
Tom, you want
in
to go
Puerto
down there?
Rico? I'm down, dude.
Okay.
You already
Alright.
know me, Gary. I'm ready.
Well,
We're
we
getting
got
in the weeds
my team has
big
contacts
time.
down there, so.
So
Alright,
Rick,
cool.
Rick Cardenas says, where are we pulling lists from? So we pull lists from ListSource,
And PropStream.
PropStream,
Recently.
and the city
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
directly
okay.
from the city. Henry says, "There we go, there we go." That's true. Mayor
Marisol
says,
says Warren messed it up.
"There we go." Warren messed it up.
Dude, Warren did drop a camera on the.
That
Joe
was
said
me.
we're doing the mannequin
That was
challenge.
me. That was fully me.
Cool.
Oh,
I
was
think
it?
I think we got
Guys.
through a lot of the comments, guys. Thank you guys so
Perfect,
much
perfect.
for your contributions.
Thank
and
you,
your
Gary and
questions and your interest. Yes,
This is a
Gary,
fun show. I
of
mean,
course.
it was a little in the weeds, but it was fun.
It was
Like,
Why
It was a lot of math.
Your third time
Real
mentioning
quick.
Naweed.
Let's regroup. Weekly numbers
Dude, he's
before
gotta
you
be
tune off. Share this, guys. We got on a weekly basis, 125,000 dials leads to 7,500 contacts. which leads to 120 leads. Then we get 7 contracts out of that. And then we get 5 dispo contracts from those 7 contracts on average. Then we close 4. 4 of those puppies go to the bank. So that means
Bank,
31,000
bank,
dials
bank.
Boom.
in order to get 4.
Is
in
that a
order to
week?
get 1 closed deal
Is that a week?
a week.
So $30,000 assignment fees times 4 is $120,000 a week in revenue.
You're good at math. That's exactly it.
I wish it was $30,000
I wish.
deals every
I
deal.
wish.
Damn.
It
Damn.
Ain't it ain't though.
And what is that? $500,000 a month in revenue?
Yep.
Damn.
We'll get there.
We're working on it.
We'll get there.
No,
We're
so
working on
so
it.
listen.
We're working on it.
I get. I respect the work you guys do.
Hayden,
You
step
guys
your
work
shit
yourself.
up.
We're
But
working on it.
now that Hayden's
we-
here,
we
he
might
needs
have
to
comments.
step his game up.
I agree. The one thing we did not talk about is how the JV side of the business has
that could be a
KPIs.
that could be a separate episode, though,
No
right?
KPIs
Maybe you need to
whatsoever.
kind of step up your game on that.
Oh, Roger's in the building. What's up, Roger?
We're working on it.
We got Mina Malki. What's up, Mina? Marisol, who we
Dude,
got?
so the wholesale,
give a
the
couple more
JV,
shout outs.
The wholesale side of the business, no KPIs, because we got Hayden. We don't need it.
Hayden
is-
PIs.
You're saying Hayden is a
Hayden
KPI.
PIs. Hayden PIs.
Cool. So, guys, thank you
We
guys
need
so much
one
for
Hayden to
joining
6
us.
contracts.
If you guys came in on this session, whether it's halfway through or late, and you want to see the rest of this, guys, within the next day or two, it's going to be uploaded to YouTube. So go to youtube.com/The People's Wholesalers, and you can watch this session. And then, guys, we have well over 80 videos on all aspects of wholesaling. So I totally encourage you guys to go to YouTube, check out our channel, and learn as much as possible. Guys, you can reach out to us on any which way. If it's on Instagram, I'm Real Dom Felix, Real Gonzalo Corzo.
There's fake.
And if you want to
there a
reach
fake
out
one?
to
There's
us,
Fake ones.
if you want to reach out to us on Facebook, just check me out, Dominic Felix, Gonzalo Corzo. We got my man Hayden Vance. We got Gary Booth Jr. He's buying. He's looking for deals. Also, we're looking for deals. And if you guys are looking at maximizing on
Send
your
them to me.
wholesale deals, check in with us, right? Because if
talk
you're
to me.
selling your deals,
shoot me
don't
a call.
sell them too low. Check in with us and see if
Right,
we have the
Gary?
confidence
No,
that we
for
can
real.
double or triple your fee. And if we can double or triple your fee together,
Yeah.
let's make
Yeah.
some money and sell them all to Gary.
Yeah. No,
Well, you know it's not true, but listen, I love that, by the way, right?
Okay.
Maximizing return. Love it.
Yeah.
Hey,
And then
I'm a phone call away.
And,
Yeah.
You could
yeah.
make an extra
Yeah, so if you have a
3-5
deal
grand,
here in Jacksonville,
you know?
Florida, call my man Hayden. He
Please.
will ensure that we dispo that shit quick.
what's your number,
Ooh.
At
Hayden?
fullest value.
Well, you get,
Hayden, what's your
My
number?
number
Eight.
is, write it down, get it ready,
8,
904, right? 420-3844.
This is all correct.
and Warren's gonna put the graphic up on the TV, right?
Yep.
Whoa.
What?
Are we at
No?
the tail end?
Okay.
All right, guys. So remember, we go live every single Tuesday
Warren's
night
asleep again.
at 9 p.m. except for the second Tuesday of every month. We have our
Live
live
meetup.
meetup. So the live meetup is going to be March 9th here at the Aloft location on the south side. And we're actually going to have multifamily. So we're going to be talking about multifamily.
Oh, no way.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
it's
yep,
going to be
yep.
awesome.
Who's the guest?
It's gonna be
We're
packed.
gonna
We
have
know?
we're gonna have Matt Hansen on.
And potentially one or two others.
It's
So.
gonna be
Yep,
packed.
It's all a
Syndicator
secret.
Geniuses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Yep, yep,
Wow.
And if you guys
Y'all-
are
y'all should
interested in
come.
our live meetup and you didn't hear that, go ahead and DM me or DM Gonzalo, and we'll give
Yeah.
you all the information that you need.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I'll see you guys next Tuesday at 9 p.m. here in this very same Facebook group. I'm G,
Guys, and I'm Dom,
and this is
the Cash Geeks Network, and we love you, right, G?
We love you.